High school graduation, an exciting time for sure. Students have worked hard to get to the stage and accept their diploma. Many students who plan to continue their education are feeling a lot of emotions this month, excited, nervous, maybe even relieved. Producer Sarah Gustavus and our intern Max Bodie from Amy Beal High School invited some high school seniors and a UNM student into the studio this week to talk about the transition from high school to college.
There are incredible students graduating this month all across New Mexico. We have two high school students with us to talk about their experience and a college student. Gabe Gallegos is Communications Director for the Associated Students of the University of New Mexico, and he's a junior studying public relations. Thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Sunny Olguin is a senior at the Native American Community Academy, or NACA. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
And Brennan Olivier is also a senior at NACA. Thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me.
I want to start with you, Brennan. What are you feeling right now? What's going on for you in your final weeks of class?
My final weeks of class is I'm actually surprised and excited that I'm graduating because I've been in school for 4 years in high school and finally it's all coming down to an end. And I'm really excited to see how my college years go.
And where are you headed after this?
UNM.
All right. Sunny, what about you? What are you feeling this week?
I'm feeling excited and nervous because it still hasn't really dawned on me yet that this is my last week of high school, and I'm excited for it to end because these past weeks have been crazy. We're trying to finish all our work that we had to do and essays and finals, and so I'm relieved that it's all going to end, but I'm nervous for the fact that it's going to be coming to end like high school and then the transition to college.
Yeah, where are you going to go after this?
I plan to attend University of Portland.
What have you guys been doing to prepare for college? Have you been thinking about what you need to do to get ready in the fall?
I have been writing essays and doing a lot of working on my writing so that by the time I get to college that it's at least a little decent or it's okay for them, like college, like the standard, I guess. I've also been like preparing like my life for college. If a little thing about me is I raise chickens, and so before I used to have a lot of chickens and I used to like sell eggs, and so now I've been like slowly reducing my flock of chickens in preparation for college because my family, if I had the amount that I used to, that would be a lot of responsibility. So I'm sort of slowly preparing myself for in that way of getting ready for college.
Yeah. Brennan, what about you? What have you been doing to get ready?
A lot of it has been trying to get my life organized and together and to be able to find a job to be able to support myself in college. And a lot also it has been just to get my time management down because I've had a problem with that for a while.
Lots of students do. Lots of adults do. Oh my gosh. Gabe, I saw you nodding when Sunny was talking about writing, kind of getting ready for those skills for college. What do you think about that?
Oh yeah, I think that one of the biggest skills that a lot of students come in and are not used to is having to write a lot and read a lot. Your classes are going to be kind of at this level where your high school classes might have been at this level of writing. So I think it's very good that you're already getting prepared, figuring out what kind of writer you're going to be, how you're going to be able to present yourself on paper. So
yeah.
Certainly.
What do you remember about that transition for yourself from high school to college?
You know, coming from small town, rural New Mexico, it was interesting for me to come to a campus that was so big and that was with so many people and so many opportunities. And so the transition, leaving home, leaving my life behind was tough. But I think what I found was that first day being able just to make new friends and have these new experiences. Jumping into them helped me out a lot. So,
what surprised you the most in kind of your first couple of years of college?
I think what surprised me the most is that the things you learn and the best lessons you get from college are not in the classroom. They're really what you do outside the classroom. They're in your personal life. They're in the professional jobs you have. They're in your internships, so those kinds of things. So, I always tell people to, yes, invest in your time in the classroom, but also make sure that you're investing that much time into everything else. So.
Yeah. A lot of students, like all of us, need some help getting ready, thinking about those things that you need to do to prepare. Sunny, you've been working with College Horizons, a group that supports Native students getting ready for college. What have they provided to you that's helped you with the transition?
So during the week that I went to College Horizons, this was like 2 years ago, we did a lot of writing during that time. And so that whole week that I was there, we were working on our college essays. And so when I applied, they had me write a essay that was for college. And during that whole week, we did nothing but revise that essay. And so by the time I was done with the program, I had an essay that was ready to submit for college. Also, we got to have a lecture class. We got to sit in on a class, and it was a history lecture class, I believe. And so we got to experience being in a lecture type setting and also learn about the different subjects, I guess, that you would learn in college.
Yeah. Did it change how you thought about getting ready for college in your last couple of years of high school?
I think that based off of that, I learned that college is going to be different in that it's going to be a little bit tougher, because during that lecture there were some things that were discussed that I really wasn't connecting to, I guess. What the professor was talking about was a history, and she was connecting all these different things, and I wasn't really she asked us first if we had seen these connections, and I didn't. And so what I think is that right now, based off of everything I've been learning through the last year of high school, is that I'm more prepared on making these connections when I'm in that setting. And so it's going to be easier for me to comprehend the type of new ideas and things I'm going to be learning.
Yeah. Brennan, what about you? Who's been helping you get ready for college applications, getting ready, to continue your education?
Really, it has probably been my teacher, my senior seminar teacher, Jessica, and my grandma.
Mm-hmm.
And Jessica helps us by having us go through the college application process of how to apply to a college, and they make us apply for scholarships as well. And she helped us through what certain steps to go through to get scholarships and how to go about the process of applying them. And my grandma is because she is helping me get ready for college and saying how hard it's going to be, and you have to be ready. It's a big jump from high school to college.
Yeah. What about those applications? What was the most challenging part of going through that process?
For me specifically, it would probably have to be the essays, because honestly, I don't really like writing a lot, but you need a form of communication somehow, so writing is one of the best ways.
Yeah. Well, Gabe says you've got to write.
Yeah.
Gabe, what about you? What helped you prepare for college? Did you have a group or an individual, someone who was kind of helping you navigate the system?
I had some really great mentors that really pushed me in the right direction. I think the mentors that helped me the most were the ones that pushed me into opportunities on day one of college, where having me meet people on campus, having me meet faculty, having me meet different staff members at the university that could help me. And so I think that it's very important in that transition to identify people that are going to help you out. They're going to help you out all 4 years of college. There are mentors that I met my first day of college that I still rely on and still ask questions to this day. So having that network of people that are going to help you out helped me out so much.
Yeah. And of the friends that you have over at UNM, have you found that that's a similar experience, that's helped people do well and stay in college?
Oh yes, you need that support group. You need your family. You need everybody else that's going to kind of lift you up during those college years. You can't anticipate everything that's going to happen to you during college. You're going to have setbacks. You're going to have victories. But having the people that are going to have your back the entire step of the way, that you can call anytime and say, what am I doing? Those things were instrumental to kind of my experience at UNM. So.
Brendan, also you've been involved with Generation Justice. It's an organization here in Albuquerque, works with high school students and college students, producing media. How has this been part of you kind of understanding who you are in the world, and how do you see that playing out in college?
I guess as I see it how I see it as me seeing who I am is that they taught me how to better my public speaking skills and what goes into a radio show, which I actually never had really thought about, because you always listen to the radio in the car or radio at home and you hear everything, but there's a lot of back work that goes into it. And how I believe it plays in college is that'll be a support system I have that I can go to, and maybe I can possibly send them essays that I need edited or revised, and I'll keep doing it and I'll keep continuing it through UNM, because I believe they have a Generation Justice UNM club at UNM.
Yeah, those mentors can come from lots of places. Do you guys have any questions that you want to put to a student like Gabe, something you're wondering about?
I guess the question I would have is, what are the professors like at UNM?
Yeah, so I think that every professor is different. Every professor has different expectations. Every professor has different ways of communicating, right? But I think what helps out a lot of students, including me, is establishing a really good relationship with the professor. Even you're talking about those lecture classes. Yeah, in a lecture class of 800 people, it's very difficult to feel like you're noticed and like you're getting the attention you want. But professors have to have office hours every single week where you can go in, you can ask questions, you can bring in your materials and say, I'm not understanding this, can you help me? And that's been really critical to a lot of student success at UNM. So I think that finding those professors they're very accessible can really help you out. So.
Anything from you, Sunny?
I think my question is, when you have so much like your like responsibility, like there aren't going to be people to like so much like help you like the way you would be in like high school with like in high school it's you go to this next class and like they're right next to each other, and in college it's like the responsibility is up to you. So when you first like began college, how did you handle like all that responsibility and like succeed your first year?
Yeah, I think that that was one of the biggest shocks to me was no one holds your hand in college. And I think for me, is like you're saying that about time management. I have a problem with time management sometimes too, but I think it's that you really have to own your success in college, and that no one else is going to do the work for you. You have to put it in. And so when you're juggling all these things, your personal life, school, tests, papers, work, extracurriculars, you got to find that balance somehow, and you got to prioritize things as things go along. But I think that point that you got to really own your success in the process, I think once you have that understanding, you can do anything. So.
And there's resources on different campuses that people can go to maybe get some advice or some tips.
Yeah, at UNM we actually have the Office of Dean of Students, Career Services, all these different resources on campus that you can go to, and they can give you advice on how to do those things too, especially in terms of time management, especially in terms of like juggling everything, you know. Those resources are there for you to use, and I don't care what university you go to, every university is going to have those similar resources. So.
Yeah. Any advice you'd want to leave with our students here today or other students who may be watching?
Oh, goodness. I think my biggest advice to an incoming student is that sometimes life's going to knock you down, and sometimes college is going to knock you down. College is going to kind of put you and test your limits in a sense, but it's so important just to not give up and to be persistent, to be determined towards your goals. Even when things don't work out, even when goals don't get met, you can still kind of push through and get through it. So for sure.
That's so great. Thank you so much for sitting down with us and sharing a student perspective on this. And we wish you the greatest luck in UNM and then as you guys start in your higher education.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.